Because everybody is like just super nice and it's all the little things.
There's been a lot of things, honestly. But one of the biggest things is I came into this week, not knowing, not really not knowing, but just trying to sort out my faith. And now I'm quite confident.
He has shown me through the speakers that we went to go see, because a lot of their topics really hit home and I needed to hear.
Massive.
God has shown me that He is in all things this week through mass events and going to sessions and getting to listen to people and their stories.
The sessions we went to.
Everyone's just so hyped up to talk about God. It's fantastic.
God showed me that He was in all things through the great community that was around with everyone.
Through the week, I've found God in basically the people. All I had to do was run into a group of people, stick my hand in the air, and I could get 20 high fives. I could just say, hey, want a hug? And I could give a hug to a random person for no reason at all. It was great.
Probably through the people, like even just meeting a bunch of new people, it really, you can feel God's presence in them.
God showed me that He's in all things by meeting people and like strengthening relationships with everything.
The Christian fellowships, like everybody was high-fiving each other and just overall really nice and super fun.
By the way people interact with each other.
The music.
Here, one of the nights was talking about beginning things, ending things, and middle things. As I've been struggling through cancer, he mentioned that cancer is a middle thing, and that really helped me realize that God's with me everywhere I go.
The songs and all the people we get to meet, and Katie.
The kind acts that people have been doing for each other.
Okay, so I think that God is in all things through the people because they're all so kind and generous.
God has shown me that He's in all things through just the people that I've talked to, not only new people that I've met, but also just like the people that I went here with. I feel like I've gotten a lot closer with the group.
The staff and volunteers that worked in the mass events and the convention center.
All the people are just super nice and friendly.
Through the laughter.
God has shown me that He is in all things by showing how excited people are and just how fun people are.
I think that God is in all people because the people and the environment here is amazing, and even if they're just total strangers, they all are very kind and fun to talk with.
The booths. God is in all things and everything that we've done. There's been lots of little signs of God working through all of our processes in the trip and through everything that seems to be a hiccup in the trip ends up being something that God has blessed us through. He is definitely here with us at the gathering. We're ready to take Him home and spread God's love through everybody in Springfield.
She says it more eloquently, but I would say through all our highs and lows, we know He holds us together and He's in all things, and we just can't wait to get back to Springfield and show everybody it.
God has shown me that He is in all things. I would think going back over a year from now and looking at what the possibility of our gathering budget could be coming out of COVID, and then all of the financials that would be needed to make this trip happen, and just seeing the members of the congregation and also all the families do whatever was needed and help with all the fundraising and make this such a blessing. So I saw God's work at that, and then from start to finish with this trip, it's in God in all things.
He showed me that He's in all things because no matter what difficulties we might run into, whether it was the Houston heat or delays or anything like that, that we were able to have a great time, get to know each other, and bond as a group.
I have seen God so present this week, and He has shown me that even in hard situations, even when things go wrong, He is still present. He is still there, and He is still with us every step of the way.
The youth have impressed me this week with their love of God and seeing them in worship each night, and then in service with one another, and just the fellowship that has been such a blessing to be a part of this last 5 days.
The youth have showed their excitement for God and everything that they've been doing. They've been running around screaming, high-fiving, and just letting God's love for everybody else shine through everything they're doing.
I think we've become officially known as the hype group. They're the ones that gets everybody up and going and just spreading God's love everywhere they went.
The youth have impressed me by never complaining, even when it's 100-degree heat and it's gross, awful, and it's crowded. They have smiled and persevered and
still been the loudest group at the entire gathering.
They've impressed me by being very outgoing and meeting a lot of new people. Also by sharing their faith stories and the things they've been learning this week, and just seeing them have a fun time.